What's going on, winners? It's your boy Loso 2.0. And today I'm talking about, are sales jobs worth it? This is how I look at it, right? I've been in sales for, I want to say, the better part of 8 years. First, when I initially started doing sales, I was 18 years old. I actually got a job at a crab shack in order to save money in order to pay for my business, which was vitamins, right? So I was selling vitamins first. And back when I was selling vitamins doing the franchise, I really didn't know that much about sales. I just jumped right into it. And as I was jumping right into it, I was just, it was kind of like those pyramid, I'm going to say pyramid schemes, but the pyramid type of business, similar to, I don't know, let's say Forex, but just for vitamins and protein shakes and things of that nature. So that's where I initially started. I started off with doing sales with that. And it kind of taught me tenacity of sales, like getting that tenacity to keep trying to get people, and taught me a simple idea, which the simple idea that was brought back to my attention by listening to this interview with Alex Ramonzi and Ed Milet. And it was the idea that when you're in sales, you're an entrepreneur, a lot of people go looking and trying to get more clientele when you could just use straight off of referral business and build your foundation up. So that's originally what I realized, and I thought, you know what, that gave me that idea originally of that, which I'm getting back to my roots now. Then after leaving sales with that, with that one, I didn't really make too much money. I actually was spending more money than making it, but I learned a lot. That's when I started getting the idea of entrepreneurship, and I learned what entrepreneur was. Then my second sales job was me selling cookware knives, which selling cookware knives, I learned about the presentation of the sale and then learning about getting your ideal client, right? I'm not going to try to sell knives to cooking knives to someone who eats out every single day. It makes no sense. Or if they're the one that always wants to get pizza or order out, I'm not going to try to sell knives to them. I'm going to first initially look for the person who's in the kitchen. Most of the times it could be the wife or the mom, or it could be the dad who just loves cooking and loves quality knives. So you got to look for your ideal client. Secondly, that's the second thing I learned from sales jobs. The third thing I learned from sales jobs, honestly, was the idea that you can. The third thing I learned from sales job was the idea of, like when I became a sales rep at AT&T, right? That's what we're a little Samsung show today. But sales rep at AT&T, I learned about the idea of bundling, the idea of trying to find different ways or bring actual complete solution to the person, not just some type of secondary solution. They say no, basically work from top to bottom type of thing. Then I got promoted and I learned how to coach people on selling. And then I became a district manager, which then I learned how to, at this point, how to actually motivate people from without even being there and still being able to check on themselves, still be able to coach and train them. And then which then led to the director position that I'm getting into, which is teaching me how to run a business and how to be profitable and things of that nature too as well, and how to put pieces in the right places. So are sales jobs worth it? I just spent 4 minutes rambling about the idea of sales jobs are worth it. They are absolutely worth it, especially if you want to run a business. And the good thing about it too as well is it teaches you that idea of everything is really a numbers game. If you really think about it, if you talk to enough people, you ask for referrals, you're going to sell a certain amount. The number you should be looking for is that 20%, 25% conversion or close rate, right? Originally, you should be looking for that. And that means 1 in 4 people, 1 in 5 people, you should be able to close them in, right? If you talk to 5 people about your business, but it's the fact that a lot of people don't have that guts, they don't have that idea, they don't feel comfortable actually talking to, I don't know, 5 people. Then those 5 people turn to 10 people, and then hundreds and thousands of people. People don't feel comfortable doing those things, which in turn turns out the way it does now, right? So that's why I like the idea of sales, because again, like I said, it goes back to the idea that It's all about a numbers game. You learn about the numbers, you learn about all that stuff. I mean, the simple math that I was just looking at right now, right, was okay. So another thing that I'm doing right now, right, is for entrepreneurships, right, for entrepreneurs, you should have your skill. You should have. Remember, I told you about the quadrant. The quadrant is skill. Well, job turns into skill. Skill turns into investments. Investments. Job turns into skill. Skill turns into scalable business. Business turns to investments. Investments goes back into skill because now you can quit your job. So what I'm saying with that, right, is right now on my skill side of things is the sales and public speaking. The business I'm trying to go is the winners win, which yesterday I had actually spoke to McCullough Middle School, which is great opportunities that we're going to be working out in the next few weeks. So that's good, good opportunity for me. The next thing is, right, my skill, public speaking, scalable business, which is the Winners Win LLC now. So now I have a business with it. Now I'm just trying to get my business up there. So going out there, doing things like this, continue to invest in my skill. I still have a full-time job, which is, director. That full-time job, I'm also using my skill in that job, but that full-time job now is helping me pay for, these different things, right? Like the speaker lab thing, which I'm gonna join, the real estate course that I'm taking now, because that goes into the investment side, right? Investments are real estate, stocks, bonds, things like that. I also still have a Roth IRA, but I'm also trying, I'm going to get into real estate. So when I was looking at the real estate, I'm like, okay, real estate actually makes 90% of the millionaires are in real estate in some way, right? So I'm looking at it. It said 40% of real estate millionaires are, in a certain Texas or something, but you can make $1 million from real estate. So now you just got to work backwards because just how God works. The Bible also teaches you a lot of stuff too as well. So you even start to learn how to do a lot of math just to make it about a numbers game. So in real estate, right, the average household is what, $387,000 a year. I looked it up. $387,000, right? Now there's the buyer agent and there's the listing agent. The listing agent and the buyer agent, both, it's 5%, the commission. So they can split it 50-50. So 2.5 and 2.5 or 2 and 3. So I'm just going to do the average, which is 2.5. So if I do that times 0.025, that leaves it at $9,675. But then after that, 30%, percent of that goes to the broker, percent of that goes to the agent. The agent, though, let's say the agent, sometimes it could be 50, sometimes it could be 60, some things do 70, I'm going to do 60%. So then I times that by 0.6. So the take home on that is 5,805, right? This is per settlement or per thing that you do, still per house that you sell. So if I want to make $1 million a year divided by 5,805, I have to show 172 houses a year. That divide that by 12 months, that shows the 14 houses a month. Sell 14 houses a month. Again, this is why sales jobs are worth it. It allows you to see, okay, you have uncommissionable. It teaches you the entrepreneurial lifestyle. Okay, uncommissionable. Just like, for example, if I wanted to, make $1 million from selling phones, right, or something like that, and I know, it just, like I said, it just averages out, right? You got to think about your average phone you sell, and it, commission varies from place to place. But let's say I made $50 from every phone I sold. That means I have to sell 20,000 phones divided by 12. That means that I will have to sell 1,666 phones, new phones, every single month in order to get to that $1 million. So, like I said, it all goes back down again to the idea of you just have to. It all goes down to that idea that you have to it sells. You have to break it down. You have to rework the commission. So that it teaches you basic math. So sales jobs, are they worth it? Again, sales jobs teach you basic math. Sales jobs teach you how to run a business. They teach you the skill of selling and being able to effectively communicate with people. And it gets you out of your comfort zone, right? My coach always used to say, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So again, are sales jobs worth it? I don't know. You do the math. You tell me what you think, if you think sales jobs are worth it. I just did a whole bunch of math. I know I talked a whole bunch. There was a lot of rambling. I'm learning to be a numbers guy from the things that I'm learning from sales jobs. And then it's numbers to make it make sense. And then you have to crank the numbers And then on top of it, you also have to go in and do the math too as well. So yes, I absolutely 100% believe sales jobs are worth it. But like I said, it's up to you to figure that out for yourself. That's what I have for you guys today. I want you guys to keep killing the day. Winners win, losers lose, and you pray for success like this. 2.0 out.